the exciting play-by-play action is just around the corner. You're watching apnvideo.com, and we'll be back with the play-by-play in just a moment. All right, the SoCal Fire getting set to take the field here from the winter home of the Reds and the Indians, Goodyear Baseball Park. So John Larson's going to get the start here today for the Southern Cal Fire, and we're set to go for the third game of this MSBL World Series 60-plus Cactus. Knight will start things off. First pitch swinging, a foul ball, and this game is underway. Our game time temperature, an absolutely gorgeous 72 degrees. And our first pitch, well, we're a little bit late at 2:12. No balls and one strike on the leadoff hitter as Larson delivers. And now Terry McGrath will be the second place hitter in the lineup here for the Bone Dog team. They hail out of Chicago area. They've got some local players, and they're kind of spread all over the place. There's a swing and a miss, and a quick throw by a left-handed throwing catcher, not in time. Well, both McGraths are from the Chicago area. Knight takes his lead at first, and this one is blooped right to the first baseman, and he'll make a nice basket catch for the first out of the ball game. Look at John Larson, your starting pitcher here today. Runner at first base takes a huge lead, and the pitch is too high. Without a doubt, today is the prettiest day of this three-week tournament. Yesterday, absolutely gorgeous, a little bit warmer, I think, but today, 72 degrees, and we're pretty much in the hottest time of the day. Probably maybe a couple of degrees more later as this one is bounced down to third. That's a fair ball. They'll go the short route to second and get the fielder's choice. Nice play by the Canadian at third. Well, another Chicago native will come to the plate, and Kevin Galvin. So last play, score at 5-3, and here's a long shot way back into deep right field. It's foul and nearly had enough distance to get out of here. Well, it's a capacity crowd here at the ballpark today. In fact, they were turning people down to come in here as this one is hit hard right at the second baseman. Nice play on the backhand, and the side is retired. A leadoff walk and one left on after a half an inning of play. It's the Bone Dogs nothing, and SoCal Fire coming up. With our Marucci big play of the day as we go to the top of the seventh, and the Fire up big after one inning of play. Well, the Bone Dogs have their work cut out for them. They are down 6-0, and Don Mattingly will be the first batter. Mattingly, and then Dave Cameron and Brian Collins. And Mattingly is a resident of the Phoenix area, and he takes the first pitch, a called strike. And it's 0-1. John Larson in his second inning of work for the Southern Cal Fire, and he's been staked to a touchdown lead. Here's a bouncing ball under the glove of the third baseman, and McClure cannot make the play, and Mattingly is aboard. I'll bring up the Cleveland native, Dave Cameron, today's starting catcher to the Bone Dogs, and he swings and he misses at the first offering by Larson, and it's 0-1. Ken Clifford doing the catching. He is a left-handed thrower, and this one skips away. And so heading down to second will be Mattingly, representing the first run of the game for the Bone Dogs. And a bunt that goes straight back to the fence, foul ball. Ready with the next pitch, and that one is too low. I'll even the count on the Bone Dogs backstop at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the second inning, and a chopper foul up along the third base side. Larson in his second inning of work. He's 2-2 and pitching, and it's swung on and missed. That's the first strikeout of the day for the Southern California starting pitcher, John Larson, 1 down. Brian Collins will be the batter with 1 out and a runner at second base, and tried to hold up, and he goes around. 0-1 the count on number 1-8. Brian, one of 7 members on the Bone Dogs from the Chicago area. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, you got a runner at second base here, and obviously the Fire had a big first inning. If you can just at least get 1 run in and just counter that somehow, it'd be nice to score a couple of runs if you're the Bone Dogs. And that's going to be a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 60 and over Cactus Division of the 2019 MSBL World Series. Fire in the field leading 6-0, and a swing and a miss. It was dropped by the catcher, and he will quick fire to first, and a good job of base running as Mattingly is in at third base without a throw. Well, here's a man who made that spectacular catch to end that 6-run bottom half in Tim Todd, and he fouls it off to the right side, 0-1. Runner at third base, 2 out here in the top of the second. And a good eye that time. It was in the dirt, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike on the right-handed hitting third baseman. Larson on the mound here. Been staked to a 6-0 second inning lead, and the pitch is going to be a called strike. And now it gets away from the pitcher and goes out into center field, and that is going to allow the run to score. And now it's 6-1, and well, you can't blame John Larson for being upset. The only reason that the Bone Dogs scored on that play was because there was an error on the initial hit by Mattingly, and then a throwing error by the catcher out in the center field. And here's a line drive base hit to left, so it really doesn't matter. He would have scored on that anyway. So a clean single by Todd to left field. Now the batter is the manager, Jim McGrath, and he hits 1 out into no man's land. Third base side, and the throw to first is in time, and that'll retire the side. An unearned run comes across. We're heading to the bottom half of inning number 2. This is APN Sports and our coverage of the 2019 MSBL World Series, 6-1 SoCal. Cleary batting for the first time. Everybody's batting, and he bounces 1 down the line, but that's a foul ball. No balls and 1 strike on Cleary. Steve Cleary, a very likable guy, unlike Mr. Cleary, my 8th grade literature teacher. Here's a ball hit towards the shortstop. I had a story there, but may not have time to tell you. They go 2nd 1, throw it on to first. An inning double play, and the top of the 3rd is in the books. So outstanding job. 6-4-3 by the Fire. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and the Fire up by 11. Cameron, a strikeout victim back in the 1st inning. He might be in on the decoy too. Here's the pitch, and a swing, and that got a piece of his hand, and that really smarts. Ouch. Runner takes his lead at first in Mattingly, and that one's fouled back to the screen. Brian Collins is on deck for the Bone Dogs. Still nobody out, and a swing and a miss. That's the 2nd strikeout for him. And the first out issued by the Southern Cal Fire, and John Larson, their starting pitcher, 1 down. 15-7 in favor of Southern California. Runner at first base, 1 down. And here's a bunt foul, third base side, and it's 0-1 on Collins. Strike 2. And ready with the next pitch with a runner at first base, and Collins rips one just foul down the third base side. He hit it hard. Yeah, beautiful time of the day. Goodyear Ballpark opened up in 2009. Larson trying to take care of Bryan here with 2 strikes and pitching, and he slaps that one down the line. That's a foul ball. Collins started the game in left field for the Bone Dogs. 2 strikes again, and that one is outside. Wow, he called that a strike, and that is back-to-back strikeouts for Larson, and there's 2 down. Tim Todd, the third baseman, will bat with 2 out. John Medea for the second time. And he expanded his strike zone a bit and went after ball 1, but it's a swinging strike, and it's 0-1. Beautiful, beautiful day. 73 degrees on this sunsplash afternoon at Goodyear Ballpark. Bases are loaded. Well, I'll tell you what, you get these 3 guys in, they're back in the ball game. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And Medea is a guy that can hit the ball. He takes a strike. A ball and 2 strikes on the right-handed hitter. Larson has been out there a long, long time, and he is dealing the 2-strike pitch, and that strike 3 called. Larson knew it, heads over to the dugout, but it's a big, big inning for the Bone Dogs. You'll have to pay MLB a premium or get a ticket and go to Houston. Or watch it on Fox. No, you can watch it on Fox tonight with our good friends Smoltz and Joe Buck. I have a problem with Joe Buck. The guy, I swear, he's everywhere. He's doing Thursday Night Football. He's doing the World Series. He's doing the Fox NFL prime time, and that is strike 3 called. And we are heading to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Larson doing well out here. He's pitched a nice game. His team is up by 13 as we head to the bottom half of inning number 5. Here's Jim Smith. Smith is hit into a fielder's choice. He is also singled in this ball game. And that got him. And now the bases are loaded. Well, that had to hurt, no doubt about it. But he's smiling it off, shaking it off. Let's see if there's any confrontation right here. Nope, they're going to go ahead and, I don't know. I didn't see an extension of the hand there. We might have a rhubarb, so stay tuned. So here is a former college center fielder, left-handed hitting, and today's starting pitcher for the Bone Dogs, Kevin Galvin, and he takes outside ball 1. So he comes up there with the bases loaded and nobody out. And the 1-0 pitch from Larson, who is in his 6th inning of work, and that's outside for a ball. Nice job of retrieving that wild throw from his catcher. A swing and a foul. That bat, I think, came back and might have got a piece of the catcher. A wave and a miss. He had a good cut at that one. He's had a good cut at the last 2, but both pitches kind of down in the strike zone, sinking action. So 2 strikes on Galvin, the cleanup hitter for the Bone Dogs. He bats here in the top of the 6th, bases loaded, no out, and chops 1 foul. He's staying tough. Kevin had a 2-run single his last time up, and the old Ephus pitch is high and away, 2-2. So the bases are loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch. And popped him up, and this one's going to head into the dugout. Well, I don't know if it's a good at bat for Galvin so far, but it has been an at bat in which he has really battled John Larson out there. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, top of the 6th, bases loaded, and here it is. And it's out of play again. But you wonder if all these foul balls that Kevin has hit will pay off. Ball 4, and it did. So that was a great at bat. He forced the inning in what may very well be the final inning of this ball game. It is now 27-12. This is APN and our coverage of the World Series on APN Sports. Well, the officials have went ahead and called this game. Final score 27-12. John Larson goes the distance for the SoCal Fire, and he comes up with the victory. And they improved to 2-1, and a special thanks to the Bone Dogs for allowing us to be a part of their MSBL World Series experience here from Goodyear Baseball Park in Goodyear, Arizona. Well, there were so many heroes here today. I mean, too many to really name, but I think these teams had a really good time out here. That's what it's all about. And I think the most important thing is to be able to play here at a major league facility in a field of dreams, Goodyear Baseball Park. Jeff Lowry saying so long, everybody.